Yeah, so in the basement 2 floor, photography and videography wasn't allowed. So
from that point, we actually were told to use the Hybe Insight app, and then actually just connect to our own headphones, or you can rent it from them also if you want. And then using the Hybe Insight app, you first have to choose the whose docent you want to listen to. So like for Bangtan it was Namjoon, and then for Tobatu it was Subin, and I think Anhapan was for Changwon. Yeah, so I chose Namjoon, and then the docents were all in Korean, but then when you click on each of the docents, it actually has the English explanation, so you can follow it as you go.
So yeah, that's what we were doing. And then the first one was the one that we went to was on the right, and then it actually showed like pictures of their producing studios, their 작업실, and the docent was actually about how they spend a lot of hours in the studio, and like it's basically like they spend a lot of their life and they work on a lot of their music there, and it was just very nice to hear about like the behind the scenes. And then on to the left, the next one actually like you see the animation and everything is actually talking about how they started out from the earlier days producing, and then like they animated Pang PD, P-Dog, and things was it Slow Rabbit, and then they just shared a bit of background to them. And in the middle, 3 or 4 like screens where they actually were showing 360-degree images taken of Genius Lab, Hope World, and Archive. So that was actually a long queue and we weren't able to like look at it, so we actually went to other things.
There was this very big infographic actually made on the wall, and the wall was actually on presented as a very big infographic, and like they visually represented the beats, the sound, and like you can see like okay, so chorus 1 2 3 4 5 6, and then like I'm not good at music terms, but you can see like in a graph, in a chart, how the song actually pans out, and it's divided among everyone. It's like, okay, this is the intro, chorus, and then there's the ending. It's just very amazing to see it on like a wall installation visually rather than auditory, and yeah, I thought that was very interesting. And then on the left,
Fake Love sounds layering exhibition. So there was like a monitor screen with like a little apparatus below. You can choose to listen to like how many layers within Fake Love. So there was things like acapella, main vocal, background, guitar, beat, main melody, and all that. So we were like fiddling with it, and when we actually managed to hit only acapella, it was just amazing to hear their raw vocals, and it was like just so good. It felt as though like they were like just singing right beside you, and it also really goes to see how many layers there is to go into one song, and it was just a very new way to experience Fake Love. And yeah, I really like that particular exhibit. There's another exhibit called Moving Body, and it's actually this one that you see them doing Black Swan, and it was Black Swan and Fake Love actually, and it's a very big screen. So for one, it was just like a bit like shocking to be able to see them at such a height, I guess. I was just like so amazed. And also because it's a brand new performance video that they filmed just for Hybe Insight, and like I noted down how I felt watching it. It was like I said they use backlights and spotlights, and actually we don't hear music. It's like the absence of music. It was just them performing, and they would like at certain beats within Black Swan and Fake Love, they would, like the lights would be gone and the lights would be back on, the lights would be off, the back on. It actually really puts a lot of emphasis into the movements and how smooth they were moving with each other, and also the fact that they actually added on Jimin's solo dance in the MV for Black Swan, and then they actually did that effect where you move and then there's like the delay. So yeah, that was that for Jimin's section, and it was just like and because it's so big and so clear, it's as though they were just performing right before your eyes. And I really actually want more armies to be able to attend Hybe Insight and be able to watch this particular exhibit for themselves. It was just like breathtaking. And I remember I only managed to queue and listen to Namjoon's, because there was Namjoon, Hobi, and Yoongi. Namjoon, Yoongi, and Hobi. Right. So I only managed to queue and listen to Namjoon, and it was along the lines of like what does lyrics writing mean to him. And then I remember him saying things like he's actually always really enjoyed literature, and then even in the past, before writing lyrics, he was always writing poems and also writing stories. But now that instead of doing that, he puts them into lyrics instead. Like he said something like lyrics writing is actually like just putting together a string of words, but is on top of that is that being able to share his emotions and his experiences with others. And he says that like he feels the reason why they write lyrics about their experiences is because he feels that, be it if you're in Korea or in the States or wherever else in the world, he and someone living his 20s, like his interactions with his friends, his family members, or the fact that he's not able to see his family or not able to spend time with his friends is something that is universally like something that people can empathize with universally. And then it feels that it's a way to tell people that, hey, you're not alone and you're never alone in this fight. And that's why he really puts a lot of effort and sees that lyrics writing is a part of his life. Yeah, and then he also called it his largest act reactor, and that he feels that it's within his fate, and it's his fate to keep on going in this path of being like an artist, writing his own lyrics and creating their own songs. So I actually really want to go to the exhibit again just to listen to Hopi and Yoongi's interviews. Yeah. After that, we actually moved into this other section where they call it the history of Hybe, and it was this was actually the location where you had the wall of the awards, and I really felt a lot of goosebumps when I was within this area because it was like a video sequence, like 5-8 minutes video sequence. But the thing is that it's like not just within one screen alone that you watch, it's like it's everywhere, it's all around you, it's on all the walls within that room, and it reached the entire ceiling, so above us. So like instead of just watching like straight, we found ourselves like going like that and like going up, going down, and like, you know, just it was like a out of body experience. And it's like they shared about the history of Hybe and how it started and all the Hybe artists. And then when they reached the part about the like the awards, that's when that one side of the wall lit up with all the awards one by one, and then they would actually single out, okay, this is from AMA, this is from MAMA, this is from MMA, and this is from like the Korean Music Award KMA. And it was just very amazing and very like, as an army of like 8 years, I feel immense amount of pride, especially at that section. And the fact that actually the way they packaged and showed it to us was in like a galaxy, very stars and the Milky Way kind of concept. It just felt like as though right at the moment you were in the video and not watching a video. You're like, yes, I felt as though you were in the video. And I also really like that they say that within all of the moments of their wins, the one common trait was that ARMY was with them, or like fans were with them, because they're not only ARMY, sorry. Then they paid the very big with you, so it felt very like it felt as though you were part of their journey, and they acknowledge it and they know, like, you know. So it was just very nice. It was the basement one floor because we had to go up one story. That was where the James Jean exhibition was, with the individually customized drawings of the Bangtan members. And they actually showed an interview video by James Jean himself, where he shared that how he gained inspiration and how he researched actually about the members one by one before he started on the sketch and like eventually came up with their characters. And he was largely influenced and inspired by the lyrics from 전하지 못한 진심, The Truth Untold, especially the line of bloom in the garden of the loneliness, a flower that resembles you. He did his research and he found out that RM is a night owl, so he wanted to represent that as a winged creature, so that's why Namjoon's one of the Moonchild is a winged creature. And then as for like Jimin, he said that he heard that Jimin is the most ethereal, his own words. Jimin is the most ethereal one, so he actually represent him in this form of mushroom, and the name of the artwork was actually that breed of mushroom. And yeah, that's how he was represented. And as for Taehyung, V was actually represented by gems, like gemstones, so that's why he had that drawing created. And as for Hybe, he said that he is the human manifestation of sunshine, so that's why he actually creates Solaria, like a sun god. And as for our worldwide handsome Jin, he's like, in a sense that it's also represented by narcissists. Like, it's not like a negative connotation, but yes, he is handsome and he knows that he's handsome, and we love that about him. So that was how that drawing came about. And he said word for word that he knows that Suga Yoongi is known as Lil Meow Meow internationally. So that's why his has like cat features on his drawing. And as for our cottontail, it's because like he knows that a lot of people refer to Jungkook as a rabbit and like cottontail and everything, so that's why it ended up being a rabbit. Yeah, so that was actually like the James Jin portion of the exhibition.
Did a photo?
Yeah, there was like a nice screenshot.
And it was just very meaningful questions of like, what does being an artist mean to you, and what keeps you going, and why did you even start on this journey? How did you start on this journey, and why do you start it? And like when the going gets tough, how do you remind yourself that you have to keep going? And it was just very nice to watch. Yeah, and it's a very nice way to end the museum experience as well. And yeah. I hope that more armies can visit Hybe Inside when everything gets better and you can experience it for yourself.